The Yorkshire Coastcast with Paddy. Loving life in Yorkshire. The people, the places.
Hello and welcome to episode 76.
This is the call.
Coming up, wear pink or purple at Yorkshire's upcoming match in Scarborough in the cricket and support our fabulous St Catherine's in the process. Also, seals on Yorkshire coast beaches. People are still getting it wrong. And a little question for you. Would you bungee jump off Larpool Viaduct just outside Whitby? Oh, you wouldn't? I thought that might be the answer. Well, a group of North Yorkshire Moors Railway staff and volunteers are doing just that very soon. We'll find out more from one of them very, very shortly. Hey, thanks for listening in to the Yorkshire Coastcast podcast. We're everywhere that you get your podcast from. So you'll find us on Spotify, on Apple, on YouTube, always at thisisthecoast.co.uk/podcasts, and also on your smart speaker as well. You can ask your Alexa to play the latest episode of the Yorkshire Coastcast podcast. And you can also listen on the This Is The Coast app as well. My name's Paddy and I present the Paddy in the Morning Breakfast Show every weekday from 6am till 10 on This Is The Coast, the local commercial radio station for the Yorkshire coast, which again you can get all over the place and in lots of different formats. More on that later on. We'll also touch on some vouchers that we've got on sale on our website at the moment. Half price vouchers for a great upcoming event. This is the Pickering Country Fair this weekend. But firstly, let's start at North Marine Road in Scarborough, the home, of course, of Scarborough Cricket Club, and also over the summer a few Yorkshire matches too. And there's one coming up soon. And our amazing local hospice, St Catherine's, are hopefully going to benefit massively. But they'll need your help. Let's firstly speak to Susan Stevenson from St Catherine's. So tell us about your collaboration with Scarborough Cricket Club for this upcoming game.
So we're really chuffed that they've teamed up with us on this one at the Cricket Club. So we're basically going for a Wear It Pink and Purple Day, and it's on Friday the 28th of August. It's Yorkshire versus Leicestershire as well, so it's a big match, and we're really encouraging everybody that's going to the match on that day to wear something pink or purple and to do that to represent St Catherine's, to celebrate the organisation that we are and the care that we provide, and just to have that visual effect, I think would be really lovely, to have that kind of sea of pink and purple in front of us on the day. I know it's a thing that's been done at cricket matches before where players and the crowd have dressed in a certain colour for charity or to represent a certain cause. So I just think it's really nice to bring that to Scarborough and to be doing it together with the cricket club. When
it's something so visual, those that are not involved or don't know about it are going to be like, well, what's going on? What's going on? Weirdly, it helps get the message out, doesn't it? For those that... I think so, yeah. I think people that support St Catherine's, they kind of know us for purple T-shirts and things like that. So, we'll have those on the day. If anybody's got anything at home already, dig it out, pink or purple clothing. We will have some baseball caps for sale, so pink and purple ones on the day. We'll be there with our vehicle, our pod, as we call them. So our fundraising bus will be there and the team will be there. So we'll have stalls of pink and purple things that people can buy. We'll have a couple of games that people can go on, and we'll have lots and lots of information that we can give out to people about the hospice. We'll have lots of leaflets and things people can take away with them as well. So it's just a really fun day, I think. Just obviously people enjoying the cricket, but also having that extra element of supporting their local hospice as well while they're there. Yeah. So, people can turn up in pink or purple, great. But even if they're not aware, they can get involved on the day because you'll have all of that stuff there on the day, won't you? So you'll make sure everyone ends up pink and purple. Definitely. We hope so. We're just hoping for some nice pictures and video of everybody, looking across the crowd, and we're hoping for lovely weather, obviously, like it has been recently, so everyone can really enjoy the day and just make the most of it. It's such a lovely location. I just think we're so lucky to have it in Scarborough. We're just so privileged to have this beautiful ground and to have these kind of events going on. So it's just really nice to be working with the cricket club, and we're working with them on a couple of other things as well, having use of their marquee for events and things like that. So it's just a really lovely partnership, I think. Are you into cricket at all? Because I like it, actually. I don't really watch it enough, but I quite like a bit of cricket. Do you know what? I'm going to have to confess, I don't really understand cricket very well, and I have tried, because when I was a kid, my brother used to love cricket and he'd always put it on the telly,
And I'd always ask him who was winning, and he'd get really annoyed with me because he was like, it doesn't work like that. You have to wait till they've kind of both been to bat. And my favourite bit is when they put the camera on the crowd and you can see everybody having a laugh and having a nice time with their wigs on and their faces painted. And I think the atmosphere is brilliant. I'm not a cricketer or a cricket fan, but I can completely appreciate the spectacle and the atmosphere and all that side of it.
And it's funny when you see the crowd, they make the big snakes out of the beer glasses, don't they, and stuff. They pile the beer, the plastic beer glasses one on top of the other and see how long they can make it and stuff like that. Yeah. It
is. It's lovely. It's just everybody's kind of on the same page out there, I think, when they go to watch the match, and everybody's ready for a good day. And yeah, it is. I think I'm looking forward to it. I don't think actually, when I think about it now, I've ever actually been to a cricket match. So this will be my first ever one, and it's a good one for me to have as the first.
Yeah, and how great is it then to do this collaboration with Scarborough Cricket Club? Because like you say, there's other things happening as well. And as you mentioned, it's a great venue as well. And at this time of year, they've got the big marquee there too. So how important is it?
It's beautiful. Yeah, we were there recently. We had a Rat Pack concert there. So the Cloughton Rat Pack, who were big supporters of the hospice, did a gig there at the end of July. So that was the first kind of experience I've had of being at an event in the Cricket Club marquee. And it was absolutely amazing. It was such a good night. And everyone was commenting on what a lovely venue it was. And then we've got our gala vibe. So it's our hospice gala for giving, which is on the 5th of September. And that's also in the Cricket Club marquee. And I just think it's just a lovely venue. You know, it's a beautiful big marquee. It's great how it's set up for events. And working with the Cricket Club, it just means we can kind of support each other. We can help each other just make it into the best event we possibly can, really. So it's nice to have that relationship. And yeah, tickets are selling well for Vibe. We do have some left. So if anybody's interested, that's on the 5th of September in the marquee down at the Cricket Club.
Yeah, and what I like about that actually as well is you've got, it sounds like the food's going to be delicious, and it comes from your very own Flavours Bistro, doesn't it?
Yeah, so our chef, John Smith, who is very well respected and is very, very excited about doing kind of world cuisine. It's one of his things that he particularly enjoys. So we've got a real carnival theme for this one. So he's actually doing kind of a street food, street cuisine type theme. And it's going to be quite an informal, it's not your traditional sit-down bowl, with the bow ties and all that. It's a much more informal, bright colours. We're encouraging carnival theme, and it's going to be kind of a street food, serve yourself and try lots of different tasty dishes as part of the night. And then there's live music as well by the Epics, who are a fantastic events band, and a cabaret by Hattons as well, Hatton School of Performing Arts.
Yeah, wonderful. So just remind us of the details of the actual cricket match event again, when that is, and just remind us again just what you're wanting people to do.
Yeah, okay, so it's on Friday the 28th of August, Scarborough Cricket Club, and it's the Yorkshire versus Leicestershire game. All the tickets are on sale through the Cricket Club itself, so through the normal website and normal channels. And then when people are there on the day, we just encourage them to come along wearing purple or pink and join in with supporting St Catherine's. If people don't have anything purple or pink, we'll have things available on the day, such as baseball caps, and just come along and say hello. We'll be there as a team. We'll have our purple on, obviously, and we'll have our fundraising vehicle there. So it'll be nice and obvious who is there from St Catherine's. So yeah, and find out a little bit more about what we do.
Great. And me and Nikki, our Glow Crazy Disco T-shirts, you know what colour they are, don't you?
Are they purple by any chance?
They are purple, yeah. They are indeed, yeah.
There you go then. You should, no excuse.
No excuse whatsoever. All right, thanks so much for your time, and I hope these upcoming events go super, and I'm sure they will.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Susan
Stevenson there from St Catherine's.
The Yorkshire Coastcast. Loving life in Yorkshire.
As we record episode 76 of the Yorkshire Coastcast podcast, the weather's really changed, hasn't it? All this warm, dry weather that we've had for what's felt like months, replaced by downpours and cooler weather. I actually quite like it. Starting to feel slightly autumnal. Have you noticed in some of the shops there's autumn stuff now that you can get for sale? It's coming. It's a lot of people's favourite time of year, and it ain't far away. Now, talking of this great event that's happening at Scarborough Cricket Club later on this month in that Yorkshire match, let's bring in Dan Gregory now. operations manager at Scarborough Cricket Club. We'll come on to that event in a moment, but firstly, this must be sort of the busiest time really for you in your job at Scarborough Cricket Club.
Oh, incredibly busy. It's been a great summer, to be honest. Everyone's really pleased with how things are going at the club. Yorkshire are delighted with how things are going. Obviously, the new committee came on board through the winter, and I've been up against it, really trying to turn things around a little bit and getting things pushing in the right direction. But we've had some great support from the local community, from local businesses, from volunteers, from club members. Everyone's pulled together, and we're really starting to see things going in the right direction, which is great to see.
Yeah, fantastic. And when you think of Scarborough Cricket Club and its geographical location right in the heart of town, it really is part of the fabric of Scarborough, and it's great that you are supporting charities, local charities and organisations like St Catherine's with this upcoming event.
So obviously, just touching on what you said there, the cricket club is huge for the town in terms of tourism, bringing people to the local area. Obviously, a lot is made of the open air theatre, but the cricket club gets forgotten about sometimes. Obviously, in the last few weeks, we've had nigh on 10,000 people come to the stadium and watch Yorkshire play, and they're all staying in local hotels, eating at local restaurants, etc. So it's incredibly important to the town that the cricket club thrives and is here for many years to come. And obviously, as part of that, we are really, really keen to forge closer links with the local community and local charities as well. So obviously really excited to be working with the hospice. They're obviously holding their Vibe Ball event here in the Marquee in September, which hopefully is going to be a big success and raise a lot of money for them. But on day 2 of the festival fixture, which is Yorkshire V Leicestershire in the Rothesay County Championship, we'll be encouraging people to wear pink or purple and make a donation, whatever they feel they can, to kind of support the services that the hospice provides. I think everyone in the area knows of someone, a family member or a friend, who have utilised and needed the services that the hospice offer. So it's something we'll be looking to do a lot more of going forward as a club. It's incredibly important that we work with local charities and organisations moving forward. So it's starting with day 2 of the game on Friday the 28th of August, and hopefully we can turn North Marine Road pink and purple for the day. That
would be great, wouldn't it? And I know St Catherine's are going to have a presence there on the day too as well, won't they? So people can go and see them and say hello and find out a bit more about them really as well, which is good from their point of view. Yeah, absolutely. The guys will be here from the hospice. They'll have their kind of digital donation stations. They'll be taking coins and hopefully some notes as well on the day as well, and taking donations. And hopefully we're hoping that they'll have some pink and purple bits and pieces to sell on the day. Yorkshire are working with us as well. They're kindly getting the players to come out from the changing rooms in purple hats, purple caps that they will then sign, and they'll be ready to be auctioned, and hopefully we'll raise another few quid for the hospice as well. So Yorkshire have been great in supporting the day as well. So hopefully it'll be a great day. There'll be a big crowd in, and we can raise some good funds for the hospice as well. Yeah, superb. And that marquee's fantastic, isn't it? And I know that Vibe event that you mentioned for St Catherine's will be happening in that marquee, but that's great, isn't it? It's seasonal, of course, but that's a great function space, isn't it? Oh, 100%, and we've used it a lot more this year. There's been a lot of functions in there. I think businesses are starting to see it when they're coming down for fixtures. They're starting to see what a great space it is. I mean, particularly on a sunny day when you've got the outside area and people having a drink outside, and you can kind of it's really been utilised this year, and hopefully, like you say, it can grow for next year as well. A lot more functions in there. The marquee is up from early mid-May through to late September. So if any businesses do want to hire it or come and have their function there, they can reach out to the club. All the details are on the website. But yeah, it's a fantastic space that can hold up to around 300 people. So yeah, it's great for the area, and hopefully, yeah, like you say, a lot of businesses do come and take advantage of that next year. Yeah, and finally, like you say, it is such an important part of the community, the cricket ground. Very few towns of Scarborough's size will have a stadium like it, especially for cricket. And there is more opportunities to watch high-level cricket as well when you're talking about Yorkshire and all that this summer. So, again, just a final message, really, for people to come on down and just enjoy what's on their doorstep. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing, isn't it? We had fantastic crowds for the one-day games against Hampshire and Derbyshire. We now go into the final Yorkshire fixture of the summer, which is a 4-day fixture, Rothesay County Championship Division 1 game against Leicestershire, which starts on Thursday the 27th of August and obviously runs for the 4 days up to the Sunday.
And hopefully, like you say, people come in and get behind Yorkshire and get behind the club, because we have seen fantastic numbers. I think anyone who's come into the ground this summer has really seen kind of improvements in the ground. There's been a lot of work going on behind the scenes in terms of painting and sprucing the place up and getting the place going again, really. So hopefully people will come down and support Yorkshire, support the hospice while they're here, and have a great time. And then obviously, we'll be good to go again next year with 10 days of first-class cricket, which, like you say, it's huge for the town. We had Alison Hume down, MP, a couple of weeks ago, and she's keen to support us and back us as well. So the whole town has really backed the club this year, and hopefully, again, moving forward, we can just keep pushing things on and improving things on and off the pitch for the club.
Fantastic. All right, thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate that.
Perfect. Thanks, Paddy.
Dan Gregory there, operations manager at Scarborough Cricket Club. That is a job that really does suit him down to the ground, because he is sport mad, as you may know if you do know Dan. Now, you might be thinking, well, I've not been to the cricket before. I'm not massively into cricket. Why should I go? Let's bring in This Is the Coast's evening show presenter, Darren Lethem, who's actually off this week because he's doing some event hosting elsewhere. That's right, yeah?
I am at the moment, yeah, and it's starting to spit with rain, which isn't what you want, but it's on its way over.
Have you got your showbiz jacket on for the stage hosting, yeah?
I've got my wind and waterproof jacket on. I've got my wind and my waterproof jacket on instead. Right,
so we've been talking about this great fundraiser for St Catherine's, our amazing local hospice happening on one of the days at the cricket at North Yorkshire Road in Scarborough, Yorkshire against Leicestershire. You've been loads to watch the cricket. For those that have never been before, because it'd be great to get some extra people in, especially on this big day of fundraising. How great is it?
It is a wonderful day. I mean, they always do get a good crowd in at North Yorkshire Road because it's such a great venue to watch the match. Wherever you're sat, you've got a good view. And it's such a friendly ground as well. It's dead easy to get to, of course. It's only a 5-minute walk from the railway station if you're coming by train. There's plenty of places to get food and eat and drink around inside as well as outside as well. But it is a lovely place, and you can sit in a deck chair and watch it and enjoy it. And it's great to see some top quality players as well, obviously, who Yorkshire have.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. And I think it's true to say as well, you don't need to be massively into cricket, do you? Because it's just a great atmosphere anyway.
Yeah, it's funny you should say that. I do know a few people, actually, who wouldn't watch cricket throughout the year, but they always go for a day or two to Scarborough during the summer because they do enjoy the atmosphere, having a little drink, sitting on the edge of the green and watching the cricket and thoroughly enjoying themselves and enjoying the day.
And finally, have you got a purple or pink events jacket that you could wear on that day?
I haven't at the moment, but eBay's only a switch away, isn't it?
Yeah, I found you a sparkly one actually on Amazon, so I can get that ordered for you if you want.
I've got a sparkly jacket. Yeah, I've got one of them.
Oh, you do. I've seen you with that. Yeah, that was red and yellow, wasn't it? That was.
It was red and gold. Red and gold.
Yeah, you wore that at the Bridlington Spa events, but you wouldn't walk.
Business day.
You wouldn't walk through the Promenade Shopping Centre wearing it, would you, in Brid?
No, I wouldn't. No.
All right, thanks, Darren. I'll let you get back to doing what you do best, which is procrastinating. Sorry, event hosting. Yeah. All right, see you later, mate. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
The Yorkshire Coastcast, loving life in Yorkshire. The people, the places. This is The Coast.
And this is Paddy. Don't forget, you can tune into the main radio station. This is The Coast on DAB digital radio across much of the region, actually. Also online anywhere in the world at thisisthecoast.co.uk on smart speaker, on app, and actually Roku TV as well. Next, seals. You might have seen North Yorkshire Police sharing the British Marine Divers Rescue post about seals on beaches. There's been a number of them recently. And unfortunately, there are still so many people that get it wrong when it comes to how to be around seals. People are getting too close, they're letting their dogs get near, and they're putting themselves and the seal at some real risk. Let's bring in Emily Mayman now, who is the National Rescue Coordinator for the British Marine Divers Rescue. So, seals back in the news this week, and people still not getting it right when it comes to behaviour around them.
Yeah, unfortunately, we do seem to be getting quite a few seal pups hauling up onto local beaches. And typically, they will always draw a bit of curiosity. We have had a couple of adults as well. As always, every seal can pack quite a nasty bite, but especially the adults, they are pretty big seals. We are just trying to offer a bit of advice on the best conduct to behave around them.
So what is that advice then? Because I think we mention this every time we talk, but a lot of people assume that if the seal is not in the water, then it must be in trouble. But that's not actually the case, is it?
No, not at all. So the best thing to do is just keep your distance. We always do advise 100 metres away if at all possible. It just means you're well away from the animal. They're not going to be that aware of your presence, if at all. It just allows them to rest and not to be stressed about what you're doing and what you may be considering doing. If people are approaching for photographs, if they're trying to get close with their children or dogs, it does cause disturbance. It can cause lots of stress in the animal. So if you can just keep away at a sensible distance, it just allows the animal to get its rest. It's the same for not putting them back in the water or trying to get them wet. They are semi-aquatic animals. They are very, very used to being on the beach, resting, going to sleep, digesting, and all the normal things that seals do. They don't need to be in the water and they don't need to be wet.
I know we've talked before, haven't we, about signage? I mean, I suppose seals can come ashore anywhere, can't they? But is that something that you'd like to see more of? Maybe more signs in certain areas or busy areas, just reminding people how to be if they see seals wash up?
Absolutely. We are trying to fundraise for more signage along the coastline. If there are particular hotspots where people think there is an opportunity for us to get signage up, it's something we're definitely keen to do. The more signage, the more awareness and the more education we can get out there, the better it is for people who are going on the beach and, of course, also the animals as well.
You do have a really good sort of army of volunteers, though, don't you, that will come out and check the seal over and also help protect that seal as well from people and dogs?
We absolutely do. Our volunteers are fantastic. They are out at all times of day, checking on seal pups. If any of them do need rescue, our medics are very heavily, actively involved in that as well. We are very, very blessed to have lots of medics on this coastline, but we are always looking for more. If it's something that people think they might be interested into, then they're more than welcome to have a look at our website. We do run courses throughout the year as well if it's something that people would like to get directly involved with.
Yeah, and finally, obviously you are British Divers Marine Life Rescue, so it's not just seals. Lots of dolphins being spotted again on the Yorkshire coast at the moment. I know they landed a tunny fish in Whitby for the first time in many, many decades. Do you feel like the seas are getting better and more healthier for marine life at the moment? And I suppose if you're getting busier, maybe that is a good sign as well.
There's always going to be population shifts. We are seeing, especially with the warmer waters, and again with climate change, we are getting a shift in species starting to appear, especially the bottlenose dolphins, which seem to be very much a resident across this area now. We are very, very lucky. It's very difficult to say the exact state of the seas, but we are seeing population shifts, and it's not necessarily always a good thing. We are seeing lots of effects from climate change, which, of course, is a whole other story.
Yeah, and finally, if people do want to support the work that you do, people can donate, can't they? People can get involved with your organisation.
Absolutely. Our marine mammal medic courses are the primary way of getting involved with us. However, if it's something that people would like to support but may not necessarily want to get involved with the practical side of things, we have just launched Ocean Allies, which allows people to donate regularly. It allows people to support our work for whales, dolphins, and of course seals. And it means we can also plan for the future for additional methods that we can bring in, such as more rehabilitation centres, more equipment, more options to do training.
All right, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. And we'll speak again soon.
No doubt, Will. Thank you very much.
The Yorkshire Coastcast. Loving life in Yorkshire.
Just so you know, This Is The Coast has two other podcasts for you as well. And if you are a Scarborough Athletic FC fan, you've got the Sea Dogs podcast, funnily enough, all things Scarborough Athletic. And if you're a Whitby Town fan, we've got the Codcast, which is all things Whitby Town FC. And you can get those podcasts literally everywhere you get your podcasts from, including our website and app. So do check them out if you're a supporter of either of those sides. Okay, next, we are going to be finding out more about this bungee jump off Larpool Viaduct in Whitby. Have you ever walked from Whitby to Russup underneath the viaduct and just looked up and thought, wow, what a piece of engineering. It is incredible. You also feel that when you're walking over the top of it as well. But imagine leaping off the top of that viaduct. Well, that is the reality for a group of people who are workers and volunteers at North Yorkshire Moors Railway. They're going to be raising money, full enough, to help fund a bridge being repaired. Let's speak to Luke Swinhoe, who is one of those who's doing the bungee jump. Firstly, tell us about your role at North Yorkshire Moors Railway.
I'm a volunteer. I've been volunteering for North Yorkshire Moors Railway since about April last year, and I do my voluntary work at the Motive Power Depot at Gromont in the engine sheds, repairing locos and assisting to do that sort of work, that sort of thing.
Yeah, great. I imagine that's very rewarding as well.
Very interesting. I mean, I'm not a hugely knowledgeable person when it comes to sort of that type of engineering or to do with like steam locomotives, but I've learned an awful lot. And my contribution, I can't say it's sort of like a fantastic, contribution in terms of the skills I bring, but I do help around, people. I can do some sort of more basic jobs, but it's very interesting being part of that whole kind of undertaking and seeing the people and finding out more. And they're a good bunch of guys and girls who kind of work there. So it's been a very interesting, time for me, really.
You're doing a bungee jump, and this is, I think, the only place you can do a bungee jump off a bridge in the country, and it's right on our doorstep as well, and this is the Larpool Viaduct. Have you done anything like this before?
That's an interesting question. I mean, I've been in sort of situations of a certain amount of stress before, but I mean, I've done some, kind of high level, walking in the Lake District in Scotland and, some of the sort of mountains in Wales and things, which is sort of not quite the same, but, there's an element of, being on the edge, as it were, looking down and things. I've done one of these rope slide things. I've done a few of them. I've not actually thrown myself off a viaduct before on a piece of, kind of glorified elastic, really. So something new.
Have you seen them doing it? Because I've walked over the bridge when they've been doing it, and it's quite a sight.
Well, when I started this whole thing, it wasn't hugely knowledgeable. So, there's an email that went around, and I kind of, responded saying I was sort of thinking about it, you might be interested. So it wasn't, 100% up for it kind of response. And then I was pretty well signed up for it, and I hadn't actually seen the viaduct at that point. So it was only sort of, after the event, as it were, that I saw a picture of the viaduct and then realised exactly how big it was scale-wise and potentially what was involved. So I've had a little look at, some of the stuff on YouTube and things. It's a bit intimidating when you see it. I mean, I can't deny it. I think most people, would say that. And if you don't say that, I think there must be something slightly amiss, because it's not a natural thing to do, is it, really?
When we were there, we saw a guy in a mankini doing it. Thank goodness it all stayed in one piece. As he,
mankini?
Yeah, mankini as he flew off. Yeah, so, I mean, it is a great thing. I remember being at one of them soft play places when my kids were very young, and they had one of them drop slides. And for some reason, I sort of froze for a minute. Never, ever thought I would, but your body's kind of like saying, no, you don't want to do that, you don't want to do that. So I imagine there'll be a bit of that going on as well, because it just doesn't seem natural. When I've done a bit of abseiling as well, your body's sort of saying, no, you don't want to climb off the edge of that. So you've got to sort of beat that, haven't you? You've got to beat your body's instincts, which is kind of saying, what are you thinking here? What are you doing?
It is contrary to kind of your basic survival instinct to do something like that, because it feels, contrary to everything that, you subconsciously, or even consciously would be telling you. But you're right. I mean, people obviously do these things. People parachute, obviously, in wartime and for sport and things. And, I mean, it's a difficult question, really, about, how I'm going to react to it. I have done sort of things which I found challenging before, but nothing quite at this sort of level. So,
yeah.
I mean, years ago, when I was a teenager, a friend of mine and I went to Wales to do some parachute jumps. It was a sort of basic sort of training and then a parachute jump. But the weather was so bad we couldn't do any, so it was cancelled and we never went back.
Right. I thought I was going to get this great story there, and I was going to say, you're going to be fine then if you've done a parachute jump, but you never went back. I see.
They offered us, to go back for free. It was a bit of a trek because I was living in London at the time. I think part of the problem was when you do the sort of training, it was sort of half a day of training. They tell you about all the things that can go wrong and how to use the reserve parachute, and don't land in the sort of woods and don't land on the runway and don't land on the power cables and all that sort of stuff. And there was a sewage works as well near this sort of airfield. And I think we were both fairly well put off.
Yeah. Just by the briefing. Yeah, love it. How many are there of you doing this then from the North Yorkshire Moors Railway?
So there's 6 people in total. I think most of us are volunteers. But there is at least one member of staff who's also involved. There was a general email that went round, asking for sort of, expressions of interest, as it were. And that was what I responded to. So, it'll be interesting. I think obviously we'll hopefully be supporting each other on the day, encouraging, people to kind of, go through with it. But I don't think it's a sort of situation where you want to pressurise someone. So if someone really doesn't fancy it, they need to obviously make that choice themselves, don't they?
Yeah, indeed. Absolutely, yeah. And weirdly, the funny thing about it is it's kind of, technically speaking, just the easiest thing ever. It's just sort of stepping off something, isn't it? Kind of as easy as that, or I suppose diving off it.
Really, from what you're saying,
yeah,
sounds like it's really easy.
Yeah. But technically that is all it is, isn't it? Really, you're letting gravity do its thing, and then they pick you up at the boat at the bottom, don't they? I think.
I don't know how they retrieve you afterwards. I presume you won't be left hanging on.
No. From what I've seen, there is a boat underneath, and they just disconnect the cord and take you back to shore, I believe.
Yeah, well, hopefully that's what will happen then,
Yeah, you don't get lifted back up anyway, I don't think, no.
My brother-in-law told me it'll just be like jumping into bed with your wife. But I'm not quite sure that's entirely what it's like.
Yeah, what on earth does that mean? Yeah, well, okay, well, look, have a fantastic time, and hopefully you'll be raising plenty of money as well for the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. And joking aside, it is a big fundraiser, this, to help raise money to repair that bridge in Gromont, which has been in the news a lot, and a lot of people are really keen to see back in use. So how do people sponsor you?
There's obviously the North Yorkshire Moors website. If people go onto the North Yorkshire Moors website and then just do a search for Bungee, it'll take them through to the relevant page where they can make a donation.
Yeah, and then they'll have you bungee jumping off that bridge then, won't they?
Yeah.
That'll be good.
There's some scary pictures on the page. You can see what a bungee jump looks like and just how big the viaduct is.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Right, you take care. Thank you very much. All the best.
No, thanks, Paddy. I appreciate that.
Rather you than me is probably what you're thinking there as you listen to Luke. Good luck. It is quite an effort to do it. And I'm not sure whether I was actually helping there by talking about when it was Mini Monsters, when it used to be Mini Monsters in Scarborough all them years ago, where I got to the top of the drop slide. And my body was just like, what are you doing? You can't do that. Really, really weird. And, having seen people leaping off the viaducts as well, it is quite a thing because you go up a few steps and you basically stand on the edge and then off you go. It's just incredible. And I've done abseiling before as well, as I mentioned in that interview a couple of times. One of them was off this big building near St Stephen's Centre in Hull, and again my body was just like, no, you don't want to do that. You just do not want to do that. Just stay where you are. It's weird. So you've got to beat that, but of course it is so rewarding when you do something incredible like that, and you probably want to go and do it straight away again once you've done it. Honestly, Luke, honestly. Right, so that's it pretty much for episode 76 of the Yorkshire Coastcast podcast. Just a final mention for an event that's happening this weekend, and we can get you in this for half price with our vouchers. So this is the Pickering Country Fair. Let me tell you a little bit about it. There will be scurry driving, falconry, gun dogs, scurries. Heavy horses are going to be on the Sunday. There's loads of other stuff going on as well. Fine foods and animals. There's going to be lots of entertainment too. It's at the Galtrees Pickering Showground, and it will be massive. There'll be so much going on. We can get a 2 adults and 3 children family ticket in your pocket for just £20. Should be 40, but we can get you in for just £20. Click vouchers at thisisthecoast.co.uk. There's loads of other deals on there as well. You are welcome. In advance, you're welcome.
The Yorkshire Coastcast. The people, the places.
Oh, thanks so much for listening, especially if you've listened all the way through. Well done, you. And you can subscribe wherever you get your podcast from and leave us a positive review as well. Thank you.
The Yorkshire Coastcast.
Loving life in Yorkshire.